This is going to tell you how to make a Cinemagraph, which is a looping animated GIF using a very short segment of film. Here's my original film segment. I'm going to take this segment of film and I'm going to open it in Final Cut Pro. Lots of film editing software will allow you to do this first step. We take the large film segment and we're going to crop out a very small part of it. So I'm going to find the bit that I need. It's going to be something where most of the image is static, and we're just going to take the bit that animates, which is going to be the water coming out of the can. So I've narrowed down that one bit in the middle. Another thing you can do here, instead of finding a bit to loop, is actually take a short segment and then play it forwards and backwards so it ping-pongs, then it will naturally loop. Alright, so here I've got the small segment that I need. I'm going to zoom in on that segment and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to slice it down the middle, and what we want to do is to make it loop, and because it doesn't loop perfectly as is, we move the position where the loop happens so it's in the middle of the clip by taking the second half, putting it in the front. Then we take a cross dissolve transition and we stick it over that transition, which should make it loop fairly seamlessly. I'm going to shrink that slightly. Let's see how that looks. Alright, it doesn't preview very well in here, but we'll export it, and I'll be able to preview that in the QuickTime viewer. Just going to save it to the desktop, and here it is. When you look at it in the QuickTime viewer, you're going to have to turn on the looping to see it working properly. There you go. Alright, so now we need to take that and isolate the segment of the image that we want to animate. We don't want to animate the entire image because that would be doesn't give you the visual effect, and it also takes up far too much space when you save it out as a GIF. So take the whole movie which is exported and load it into Photoshop, which loads it as a layer in Photoshop. We cut that down to whatever size we like. Now I'm going to select the image. I'm going to make a copy of it, which just copies the first frame, and then I'm going to paste that, which will create a new layer that just has a single static frame, which is the first frame of the movie. I select that layer and I add a layer mask. Now I'm going to draw on this layer mask to reveal the bits of the movie beneath, so the only bits of the image that will animate are the bits that we can see through this layer mask. So I take a brush, a soft black brush, and I paint over the layer mask. Just paint over the area that you want to animate. It's good to have a soft edge brush here so it smoothly fits in with the rest. Alright, so now when I play that, you can see it's just animating in that one area. And I can just take this image now and I can export it with, say, for web and devices. Because it's only animating that one area, it will automatically optimize the whole image and take up very little memory. As you can see, it only takes up about 0.5 MB. Set the animating to forever and save. And that's pretty much it. You can now preview it in a web browser. To host this on the web, you're going to have to upload it somewhere. I use an FTP site, but you might be able to find somewhere else that can host animated GIFs. Here it is in Safari, and you can see it will work on the web. Very nice.